How's it going, everybody? Rye Brand here today, and we are back with your Toledo Underdogs in our Underdogs to Champions series, and we are ready for an offseason where, I think we're ready to start turning the corner. Again, we can still only sign 80 overalls and above, but I really look at the team, I look at the age curve, where we're at. We shipped off a guy like Kyler Yamamoto last time, and as much as that, he was here from the beginning. I think it was 2 seasons. Is this the 3rd season now that is under our belts? Either way, it was just one of those. Yeah, this is the 3rd full season because we had the 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27. So 3 seasons he was here, and he was one of our best players. But we moved on from him for Perrick. And I just think it's time for this team to get younger and get more potential to it. So Zane Perrick here, I'm really optimistic about this guy. You guys did mention that with those puck skills, he should be looked at as an offensive defenseman, and I do agree. I mean, the shot is great. Heck, this guy would be a fantastic playmaker, like a forward, 6 foot, 187, right? Like, we're not going to do that because it's hard enough to find defensemen as it is right now for us that are good enough to be on our team. But I think I'm going to try and transition him to an offensive defenseman. The first thing we're working on, as you can see the goals and promises, he needs to improve his adaptability. I tried to get him to commit to changing his play style. He was unable to do that, so I think getting him to increase his adaptability means the season goal that we can set for him at the start of next season will be an offensive defenseman. Otherwise, I went around and I kind of tried to improve everybody's weaknesses here and there. Porter Martone, I'm really excited for this guy. He's got all the underlyings of an elite player, and just at 20, 83, he's got time to improve. I'm hoping to see Gavin McKenna improve as well. I think we need some more abilities. So maybe next season, that's something we shoot for. But I mean, we just traded for Michelli, who is signed for, I believe, 2 more seasons after this one? Yeah, 3 years remaining. So it's 2 years at $6.35 million, basically. And he's really going to that's another great forward. And if anything, we probably have enough forward depth where maybe a guy like Noah Gregor. I love Noah Gregor. Great defensive forward. But maybe we do. I mean, honestly, the blue line looks really good too. Maybe I'll just bring everybody back. We'll bank on Perrick growing, Bartone growing, McKenna growing, obviously. Maybe. I think honestly what I'll do is I'll just try and keep everybody around. If anything, maybe an elite young goaltender is something we need. Taking a look in Rochester right now, they have a few more games left in the season, but Jet Greaves is getting the majority of the starts down here and looking absolutely insane. Holy moly. Hold on. Goaltenders, Jet Greaves, 80 overall, 925 and a 202, for a full season. That's disgusting, dude. Scott Rotzloff, 911 and then 263. Guys, we have 2 goalies with ridiculous stats down here. I don't know what our coach down here in Rochester is doing, but they are doing something right here on the blue line or on the back end because it's not even a good blue line. Noah Ostlund is our number 1 forward here. You can see that I don't think he's got the most amount of points. We don't put up points. That's one of the things I'm noticing, that nobody down here really puts up points. Olivier Nadeau does. Actually, I shouldn't say that, but really, Ostlund's probably going to be ready by next season to come up. I'll tell him to focus on his defensive side of things because he's probably going to be playing on the 3rd line, but honestly, moving on from one of our 3rd line forwards for either another quality defenseman or potentially a goaltender, because they're kind of cheap to acquire. So if I can find an elite maximum 80 overall goaltender, maybe that's the move we have, and that'll be a big splash. But just a reminder, guys, we did finish towards the bottom, right? Not where the Philadelphia Flyers did, because they were historically bad, but we were right there with them. So maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll win the lottery. As you guys can see, we are clearly like that was never going to be a contest. I don't want to ever be that bad. Jeez, not even year 1 were we even close to that bad. We're getting better. So let's go ahead, jump forward to the draft lottery, get started with that, and hopefully get a little bit of luck this time. And after Game 7, the Vancouver Canucks are Stanley Cup champions again. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. We got to go over there now. Awards. And there you go. You can see the Vancouver Canucks are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, followed by the Colorado Avalanche, obviously, in year 1 of the save. The Rangers took the President's Trophy and did make it to the Stanley Cup final and lost in Game 7. They were down 3-2, I believe, and then pulled it back to a Game 7. And then Vancouver ultimately ended up winning their 2nd straight. So for those of you Canucks fans, I know there's plenty of you watching the channel, Congratulations, you won back-to-back in this universe. But not the AHL. I didn't want the AHL. I wanted the individual award. Sam Reinhart's going to win the Art Roth. Really? And the Hart? Okay, Sam. Fox wins the Norris. Lady Bing goes to Panarin. Interesting. Martone does win the Calder, so they don't give it to, oh, God. Oh, McKenna. Jeez, I almost forgot his name. Elias Pettersson wins the Conn Smythe. Stuart Skinner with the Vezina. William Jennings goes to Vasilevsky. Eric Johnson still playing for the Nashville Predators. LA Kings coach won the Jack Adams. Frank Selke goes to Crosby. Draisaitl wins the Ted Lindsay, and then McKinnon wins the Rocket Richard. Interesting. So there you go. There's an award recap. I always forget to take a look at the awards. I don't know. I don't put too much stock into them, and I'm hoping that our scouts actually are doing their job. Yeah, okay, so they definitely got a little bit on Rudy Bermanis here. We are currently in the process of scouting Harold Shaw and Perrietta. Listen, it was scouted all the way through September and August for some of these guys because I stopped taking control for a day. Why EA? I've got a lot of comments on the scouting system. I will just leave it at this. Why would you even let them scout until August? The draft is in June. Why? The report of the draft is not going to help me in September if the guy got drafted in June. Like, it's just not going to happen. Okay. Anyway, there's the new salary cap, $100 million. The more important salary cap for us is $77 million. And here we go. Should be getting the draft lottery shortly. And oh my God, do we get screwed guys, I don't think I've ever won the lottery. Straight up, don't think I've ever won the lottery in NHL. Ever. Like, check the channel. I may have won the lottery once. The amount of times I've been down here, no, it's just crazy. So Columbus moves up from 8, San Jose moves up from 3, and Philadelphia down from 1. Just that is tough luck for them. That is really, really tough for them. Our scouts are finally doing their job, thank you, because now I have the 4th pick. So I've got a potential shot at Corbin Lawrence, who is NHL ready, plays like Brent Burns. There's Jackson Jacobson, another forward here, medium elite. He's got bounce back and elite edges as a playmaker. That could be spicy. Harold Shaw has an X factor. PK Subban cycle pinch. That's good news for us. And he has in reverse, so he does have an X factor. And he's a left-handed defenseman. I think Shaw is our guy. I think Harold Shaw is the guy we're going to take. Anze Kopitar retires. Brent Burns retires. Oshie, Foligno, Pietrangelo, Eric Johnson walks off with an award. Trevor Lewis, Martinez, Gagne. Okay, so I'll pause and shout out your favorite player if you see him. If not, we're going to go take a look at the goalies real quick. Any goalies retire? Hutchinson, Tokarski. And that's about it. Okay, so there we go. Retirees, Brent Burns is now a coach for the Carolina Hurricanes, and Alex Pietrangelo is now a scout for the Vegas Golden Knights. For us, Toledo. We did not have anybody retire, which is really good news. Rochester, it's Toledo and Rochester. So we did have a coach retire, Santiago Neal. We'll have to backfill their role, but that doesn't sound like a very important one. I do not like the interviews. They bore me. And they bore you guys too. You know what's not boring? The NHL entry draft. So 1 second here. I would like to just take a look at the draft board real quick. Let's take a look at our picks. We've got our 1st, we have our 2nd, we've got the Canucks 3rd, a 4th, 5th, and 6th. So again, it's going to be one of those where we probably don't have too many picks. I don't know if there's much opportunity to move around. Forward depth chart is E. It's a weakness. Defense is a weakness. Yeah, I figured. Goalie prospects are a strength. Okay. As far as, let's see, can we view the contract? Yes, we can. Who is expiring this year that we have to consider after the draft? So Noah Gregor is expiring after the draft. Could be a guy that I may have wanted to sign to an extension and then moved on from, but our cap hit is $75 million, so we have plenty of space. Both Daniil Tarasov and Jonas Johansson are here for the long haul. In the system, obviously, we have Greaves, Rotzloff, and Leinonen. Tikhonov here, 58, medium starter. I don't know if he's ever going to be anything for us. On the blue line, Ryan Murray is finally expiring. I know we claimed him back, but maybe we could trade him one more time. He's a 79 overall. Blue line in the NHL, we've got Calvin DeHaan here, who is now a 79. It's kind of fallen off just a little bit. But, I mean, the blue line as a whole looks really good. Larai does need a contract extension. He's actually back up to an 83, so he will stick around. I think really what we'll end up doing is just bringing most of the guys back, and I think we're now going to start to be a competitive team. Lambert's up to an 87, Martone's up to an 86, Kulik, Michelli, Rosen, McKenna's up to an 83, hoping to see him get even better before the offseason starts. I wonder if this is when, like, statistical growth kicks in. And, oh, he got 2 X factors. Lambert developed quick pick and shutdown. So, boys, we're starting to get some X factors. Martone has none. Zadina, Gregor, Kulik, Michelli, Rosen, and then obviously McKenna has all alone. Nobody else down here is going to have any. Geeky's up to an 8, right? So I think it might be one of those. We can probably let Christian Dvorak walk. We can let Zach Sanford walk. And then, oh my God, Rasmus Kupari is making $6.5 million. That's just because we have to get adjusted to hit the cap. But we will call up in the system Noah Oslin and Consta Hellenius, most likely. We'll see who else is out there, but I would like to get these guys into the NHL. Oslin's 23 already. He's probably going to be a third liner at best at this point in his career, but hey, let's go ahead, enter the NHL entry draft, because I cannot see my lines. I can't see my lines, so I'm almost positive that cycle pinch is what we want. I think it's hold the line and shoot is what Chubarov is, and that's definitely not what we want. Let's just go ahead. I don't feel like messing around. We're not going to wait for it. DuPont, the franchise defenseman, they're going to have to wait for him, but he's a 71 medium franchise offensive defenseman, so it's almost one of those. Would you rather have Lawrence? Would you rather have DuPont? I'd probably rather have the franchise defenseman. That would be really cool. But at a 71, doesn't help you out a lot right now. But an 81, Bremanis, 80, Lawrence. Let's go ahead and take our pick here at pick number 4. I think we do have to draft for need, which is something I never recommend doing. But, you know, a cycle pinch fits the scheme. We need him more than we need another forward playmaker. Vasyunov here doesn't have an X factor either. He is cycle pinch and he's 3 years away. Perrietta is medium top 4. I think it makes no sense to pass up on a guy like Harold Shaw. So let's go ahead and take him. And he's going to be an 76 overall. I almost said 80 overall. Whew. So he will end up playing in the CHL just for 1 more year. Wow, he is really, really well-rounded as an offensive defenseman to have already a good defensive category. The only thing holding him back is his physical category. But man, I'd love to let him play down there in the CHL and just develop for us. That would be phenomenal. Now, let's take a look at the draft class. Just boom. That's easy. That's a big win. Potential goalie, Vyacheslav Markov here, the 20-year-old, 2 years away. Could be pretty good. Could be a really good goaltender here, so we will pin him there. Anybody else that we know is going to be really good, like an exact low elite that I want to take with a later pick? No. Unfortunately, don't know anything like that. We know a couple top 6s. Otherwise, it's just a little bit of everything. We don't really have any guaranteed information, so nothing worthwhile there. Matvey Michkov is being shopped around by the Flyers. Oh, my word. If I could trade for players that were above an 80 overall, I would do it in a heartbeat. Let's see. What would it even take to get him? Michkov, high elite, 90. He's an underdog, right? They want to get rid of him. He's an underdog. Would take Lambert, Shaw, a 2nd and a 3rd, or Martone. I mean, honestly, it almost might be worth it at that point. But nope, can't do it. He's above an 80 overall. There was a high 80 here. If they're in the business of giving away good players, they just drafted Corbin Lawrence. So if I was to get Corbin Lawrence, what would it take? Shaw, yeah, no, that's basically just a swap, a like-for-like swap. Lawrence doesn't have an X factor, it looks like, and is more of a two-way. So honestly, I'm not really keen on that, but there's a goaltender that matches that somebody wants to get rid of, then I'm absolutely all for that. Like, are there even? Can I look at the player search? Is that a? No, of course I can't look at the player search. All right, so I'm gonna poke around, see if I can find maybe a trade for a goalie. If not, we'll move on. Just wanted to jump in real quick. Calgary acquired Spencer Knight, and they've got Dustin Wolf. 2 26-year-old, 88 overall goaltenders, and they want to give one with a cheaper contract away and not the guy who's expiring. Just found that interesting. That's the sickest goaltending tandem I've seen the AI put together in a long time. So there is only one goalie in the entire NHL that I can acquire via trade that fits the bill, and it's Lincoln Gardner here. 71, 20-year-old, medium elite, butterfly style. I feel like it's worth just the effort to get him. I just worry what we're going to have to give up. Like, honestly, at what point am I okay with giving up a player, right? Let's see here. There's Shaw. Yeah, no, these are all my good players. I don't want to get rid of those guys. I mean, obviously, like a guy like Geeky, 23. Would I give up Geeky? Connor Geeky here, the power forward. We have depth. We've got the ability to make this kind of move, but I feel like it doesn't make us better right now. He might be the only guy we can go after, but I think I can just wait. There might be an elite goaltender in this draft for us, and I feel like we can get by with what we have. Jet Greaves could even develop right into something pretty nice for us. He is a 79. He's back down to a 79. That's a bit of a bummer. Maybe I move on from like Johansson or Tarasov. Tarasov does have a 2-year extension, so if I wanted to get rid of Jonas Johansson, people would give me a 7th or Vilmanis. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a really tough one because I mean, I don't hate the idea of giving up Geeky. I don't think that my plan of, I mean, Konsta Helenius is a 78 at 21, and he's got a really bad defensive category. I mean, maybe I do, but the fact that we're getting not a sure thing at goalie, I mean, I was looking around, there are some good young goalies in the league. I believe it was like up here. It's not Chicago, I don't believe. We take a look at their goalies. Who was it? Who had a really good goalie? Columbus. Yeah, Daigle. They got Daigle in the first round a few years ago. He's 87 and 20 years old, right? So that's 16 points better than the guy I'm looking at. Then no, it wasn't Edmonton. Florida, no. LA, no. Minnesota, nope. They had Wallstedt. Montreal, Ivankovic here. 85 at 20, right? Just an absolute stud, Jack Ivankovic. They took him in the 3rd round in 2025, so 2025 was a good goaltending year. Nashville obviously has Saros. The Devils, no, it wasn't the Devils. The Islanders. There was another team that had a really good player that I was like, man, I was jealous of because I just couldn't get a guy like that. Maybe it was like higher up, like Anaheim or something. I don't know, but you guys know my point, right? It's hard to find a goalie that I'm allowed to acquire that could be something special. There's a medium starter, 81 for Chicago, Comesso. I mean, I can't get him, right? Don't get me wrong. I can't go after him, but maybe I should recalibrate my expectations to a medium starter that is still very young. Like, I don't know. Gardner is the same age as the medium elite. It's just, I wonder if the medium elite is going to even, for Winnipeg, is even going to see enough ice time or whatever the magic sauce is for developing goaltenders, maybe patience. I don't have enough of that right now, potentially. Where is he playing? They signed him. He's playing in the USA, obviously, like college kind of thing. 26, 27, didn't play at all, probably because they signed him. I wonder if that's going to stunt his growth. Maybe somebody that I can wait on. I mean, here are the trade options. Ostlund in 2/3, Rosen straight up, Hinola a 3rd, and Tullio. Geeky a 3rd and Tullio. Geeky, a next year's 3rd, and Tullio feels like an easy slam dunk, except because we've got replacements for Geeky. Geeky's expiring. I think I'm going to do it, right? I think, let's take a look. I think I'm going to do it. I think getting a medium elite goaltender in the system is what we need desperately at this point. Geeky, 82, 23-year-old. He looks good, but that defensive category is terrible, and we've got guys like Ostlund, and we've got guys like Helenius that can potentially come up and take his spot. And Tyler Tullio is just a depth player. He's a depth sniper. And we have multiple 3rds next year, I believe. Taking a quick look, that is not the case because we did give one away, but that's okay. It's a 3rd. I'm not too pressed about a 3rd. I think I'm gonna do the deal. They want Geeky. I'm okay with this. I'm gonna accept this deal. Not too much to deliberate. So Lincoln Gardner, welcome to Toledo. You are the goalie of the future, my man. You are the most valuable goaltender we have. And we probably have too many goalies. So I might say let's get rid of Topias Lainanen. Oh, we can actually get something for him? That is crazy. I think I might just take one of the low top 9s and see if they hit. I'm going to take Emerton, sure. Yeah, because we've got 3. Yeah, we got too many goalies on the team as is. Maybe I need to get rid of one more. Maybe a guy like Jonas Johansson so that we can get, because he didn't have a particularly good year, did he? Goalies. Okay, I was going to say, it switches the button when you switch the goaltenders. But Jonas Johansson, what kind of year did you have? You had 902. Daniil Tarasov had a worse year. Daniil Tarasov did have a shutout. He's also younger. And he's signed for more years, so maybe I will also get rid of Jonas Johansson while I can. I will take the 7th from the Rangers, and there we go. And I'm sorry, boys, that I'm trading him away. I know you guys like him, but there's apparently... I can get Patrick Kane! Notable underdog Patrick Kane. And we can get Cal Fleury in a 7th. Obviously, he doesn't have any room to grow, so... but that's that. I think maybe... What if I package these two? I can get a 3rd-round pick in Strome? Okay. Maybe that Pastujov, I believe, it was a former... No, he wasn't. A 3rd-round pick. We could get our 3rd-round pick next year and another goalie back. Look at that. That's perfect. Yeah, or just a 3rd-round pick from the Capitals. That could actually be a really good pick. The Capitals 3rd round. Where did the Capitals finish? 70th overall in the 3rd round there. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Ooh, they might be falling off soon. Probably not. No, probably it's 1 year too early probably for the demise of the Pittsburgh Penguins. St. Louis was not good. Calgary, well, they have a good goaltending tandem. Wow, there's a lot of offers for this. It's a 6th and a 7th. Why would I not take like a 3rd and something for this pick? I mean, I'd be silly not to. Agostino, 69th overall this year. The Flyers 3rd, absolutely. Give me the Flyers 3rd. Yeah, give me the Flyers 3rd. They're awful, apparently, and they want to trade Michkov. So, sure, this isn't going to help them either. A 6th and a 7th. So there we go. We got our 3rd back for next year. We lose out on Geeky, sure, but I guess we traded a 6th, a 7th, Geeky, and Tullio for an elite prospect. That feels pretty good. I feel like I'd do that. Our 6th and 7th, where's the 3rd? Anyway, let's continue with the draft. So we're here at the start of the 2nd round. Ashton Burke here is 4 years away. A defenseman, which might have it. He's 3 years away. Could have in reverse. Could this be a stud? Are there any goalies in this range? Oh, man. So no, there are not. The goalie, there is Phillips here. Leonardo Phillips. 1 year away from the NHL? What? No way. Leonardo Phillips is 1 year away from the NHL. That means he's going to be next year, and our goaltender is going to be named Leonardo Phillips? Hello? Yes, please. How are these goalies looking? 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, 4 years, 2 years for Vyacheslav Makarov. Or Markov. I don't know why I called him Makarov. I feel like I can't pass up on getting a goaltender here in Leonardo Phillips. Listen, he's 1 year away. He's got to be in the 70s, right? And maybe medium elite, maybe medium starter, but a young goaltender that we can lean on and grow and develop. Leonardo Phillips, welcome to the Toledo Underdogs. And he's a 74 medium starter at 18. Oh man, look at his puck playing frequency. It's a 98. He's always out of the net. He's always trying to move the puck. I love it. He's so well-rounded too. Leonardo Phillips, welcome, man. Look at that. That's a great goalie. 74, medium starter, 18. He's already better than Rotzloff, I'm pretty sure. Taking a quick look at now all of our goaltenders. All of a sudden, we're looking pretty good at goalie. We have a couple options. We didn't put all of our eggs in the Gardner basket. We now have Phillips. Rotzloff is like the same overall as Phillips. That is wild to me. That is that is amazing. Do we move on from Rotzloff then? Is somebody gonna? I mean, nobody's gonna give me anything substantial enough for him. So I guess I'll let them all develop and see who does what. And here we go. We're at the 3rd round, basically the last pick in the 3rd round because it's the Vancouver Canucks, who we seem to trade with a lot. And right down here, guys, Vyacheslav Markov, 3-bar medium elite. Even if he's a medium starter, I don't feel like that's a terrible pick. And I know he's 20, but if he is medium elite, we have a lot of goaltenders. So you know what? This might be the goaltender draft. Let's do it. And I'll never know what he is. I'll never know what he is. He is a medium elite, 60 overall medium elite. We have ourselves another medium elite goaltender. Another one for the pipeline, a developmental goaltender, man. Look at this goalie room. All of a sudden, we went from, I have no idea when we're going to find a goalie, to Markov is a medium elite. We trade for Gardner, who's a medium elite. Yes, he's 11 points better, but Markov is still not bad. Phillips is 74 at 18, so he's pushing Rotzloff already. Jet Greaves and Daniil Tarasov are our 2 NHL goals. I mean, who do I need to get? You know what? I'll leave Phillips unsigned. It'll be Rotzloff and Gardner in the AHL with Phillips and Makarov Markov, not Makarov. Good Lord. Yeah, there it is. Greaves, Tarasov, Rotzloff, Gardner, Phillips Markov. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want to see. Phillips, he's an other goaltender right now. We'll leave him in Liga, give him another good year of development, and whoo, all right, and we got another pick right here. Let's go. Back-to-back picks. Jack Black just goes. Who is up and around for us? Ninamaki, 2-bar medium elite. No, I know. I can't do another goaltender. Guys, we do need to potentially find some other developmental players. We've got Byron Hope. We do have lots of hope at the goaltender position. Otherwise, that would be the perfect pick. Although he is 2-bar medium elite. There's Gabriel Potter. Pick 135, 2-bar medium elite. Probably won't be that, but is probably going to be at least decent, right? So I'm going to take the highest potential guy on the board and take the French defenseman. French defenseman. Good Lord. That's a tongue twister for me. He's 19, though. Ooh, he is 19. 18-year-old Tuukka Ninamaki. That is a great goaltender name, man. I'm not drafting based off of name exclusively here, but that's one that makes me think. Matty Pettersson. Matty Pettersson is 18, defensive defenseman, 2-bar low elite. We know Marcus Plekhanov is potentially 3 years away at 18. I think Marcus, yeah, there, I'm making the pick. Low bottom 6. All right, and yeah, let's see. Anybody that I know that's gonna bite me in the butt here? No. All right. Let's go. Just go back to the 4th round. Just see any of the names. Ninamaki is a fringe starter, so I'm glad I didn't do it. Anybody else? No. Anybody that I was even looking at? Safronov is a medium top 4, but I have no idea. Bakos. Hope is a fringe starter as well, so not providing much hope for the future. Jarnqvist here is a low elite, so didn't even look at him. Didn't think we had enough information on him for me to even pull the trigger. Other than that, I don't see anybody that we really missed out on. So let's go ahead and make another pick. 5th round pick. We know for a fact that he is, I mean, we could just take Matty Pettersson again. 2-bar low elite, or Potter, who's 19. Let's take the 2-bar low elite defensive defenseman here. We don't really know, but he could be something pretty good. And he is low elite. Look at that. We take the shot on Matty Pettersson, and he is low elite 51. So he's got a long way to go. I mean, I had a long way to go, guys. But there we go. That is the draft. We traded our 6th and 7th round pick, and we came out of it with a medium elite stud offensive defenseman, a starter goaltender who's going to be ready next season. He's going to play well, he's not going to play in Rochester, but could play in Rochester. Then we've got Markov, who's an elite goaltender, one for the distant future. Plekhanov, missed on that one, but Pettersson with the low elite. Guys, this is looking like a phenomenal draft. Year number 3's draft. Superb. And here we go. It's time to re-sign our players and coaches. I'll take care of the coaches. As you can see, our AHL staff pretty much, well, could have gotten completely gutted, but it's not going to. Maybe we do need to, you know what? Maybe I will. Howard here, are you decent? I mean, he's decent. I mean, I kind of want to flip-flop their roles here. He's got 2 more years left. This guy is, they're both balanced. Matt Vichuk, you know what? Maybe I'll move Matt Vichuk down to the AHL. AHL assistant, my AHL head coach, then becomes, I want him to be an NHL associate coach. No. I'll make, promote or demote this coach to assistant. And then, yeah, he should be an associate coach. That would make the most sense, right? NHL head coach down to associate coach. Offer him a bunch of money, and yeah. So we're going to shake up the coaching staff just a bit, but I feel like we should be okay here. Obviously, Pushor is... actually, wait. He could be... oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, I got to flip him around in just a minute. So this may not be as perfect as I thought, but hey, we'll work on it. All right, so I took care of the scouts and the coaches. Let's jump into the players. I'm really excited to see how this team starts to shape up and what we got going for us here. Man, it is... Guys, this doesn't look too bad for all skaters. I wish we had a defenseman that was a little bit higher here, but anyway, let's start with the goaltenders. We know what our tandem is. It's Tarasov and Greaves, and if Wroclaw decides to jump like a fiend, then sure, but Gardner and Wroclaw are potentially scheduled to play in Rochester this season. Defensemen, we've got Addison, Chubarov, Johnson, and we'll bring back Lorai. Qualify is $5.9 million. That's right. Enter negotiation. What does he want? I'll charm him. He loves the org. Very convincing. Let's talk about that contract. He wants a 2-year deal. I'm okay with a 2-year deal. Okay, I'll improve the offer, I think. I would listen. We have cap space. I'll give him $500,000 more. That should bump the contract up enough to where, oh God, what do I do? This is what we're willing to offer, and that's it. Thank you for your time. Yeah, I think we can probably just go and do offer contract, and does that stick around? 6-year, he wants a 6-year deal? Why did he tell me he wanted a 5-year? That's crazy. I'm not giving him more than 4 years. I'll give him 4 years at 5.5, sure, but I don't know. At 83, he's probably not going to grow much higher. I think this is about as much as I'm willing to give him. I mean, we have 35 million in cap space, so it's not like cap is not an issue anymore. He's going to get back soon about the offer. We'll bring back Ryan Murray for sure. Like, leave him scratched in the NHL, sure. He is going to accept Calvin DeHaan. He's 36. We can probably, I mean, unless he wants a 2-way deal. 2-way deal? He's not really interested in a 2-way deal. He's really not interested in that. I'm going to go ahead and release Calvin DeHaan. Thank you for your service. Jacob Larson, what are you looking for, bud? A 2-way deal? Beautiful. All right, I'll give him a 2-year 2-way deal. Perfect. He's going to accept that. All right, so right now, for the NHL, we're looking at Addison Chubarov, Johnson Lohrei, Heinola Parekh, and then Murray as our 7th defenseman. In the AHL, we've got Larson Novikov. Not going to give Shaw the contract yet. Rathbone Johansson. Rathbone, yeah, sure, 1 year. But yeah, if he wants to keep doing that, Johansson, sure. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Panoka. I want to bring back Komarov, just because he's got some potential as a medium top 6. So we'll bring him, and there we go. Then that would mean Panoka or Sean Day are our final defensemen. We'll bring back Seabrook for another probably 3. Yeah. Oh, we'll actually sign him to his ELC. There we go. Conrad, he's probably not good enough there. So there we go. All right. So we have our defensemen all set. Hopefully everybody accepts their contracts. And now the forward core. This is where it really gets interesting for us. We've got Lambert, Martone, Zadina. That's going to be our first line. That's what it's looking like, right? Unless Gavin McKenna decides to jump in the offseason, which I'm not going to complain if he does. Zadina, or Kulik, Michelli, and then Gregor. I'd like it to be Kulik, Michelli, and McKenna, right? Then we've got Gregor with Rosen and Foote. Maybe I do want to get rid of Foote because he's making a lot of money, right? This is when we had to have all the contracts lifted. Maybe I want to get rid of him, but Noah Gregor, what do you want? Because I really like him as a 2-way guy. He wants a modified no movement clause and a modified no trade clause. So if we were to sell off, he loves the contract. What if I get rid of the clause? 2-year deal at 4.25, 4.3. Offer him that contract. All right, I like that contract for him. Christian Dvorak, yeah, I would like to bring back Christian Dvorak. What would he like if I was to bring him back? I'll give him 1 year at the. See, he wants the security of a 2-year deal, and I think we were gonna let Zach Sanford walk. I think we said we were gonna let Dvorak walk. We did get rid of Geeky though, and is Oslin and Hellenius ready to go? I think it's maybe time to figure that out. But Alex Nylander, sure, bring him back. He's going to accept the offer. So let's take a look at the lines. Just get the 12 in your head. This isn't actually going to be how I set the lines. Lambert, Martone, Zadina, Kulik, Michelli, Gregor, Rosen, McKenna, Foote, Kupari, Oslin, and Hellenius right now. I'd like to get rid of Rasmus Kupari. I don't think anybody's going to take him because he's making $6.5 million, but I think I'd rather have Christian Dvorak for 2 more years. Yeah, because he's the perfect like 4th, 3rd line forward for us. So we're going to offer him the contract that he wants. He's going to accept. And then I'd like to move on from Rasmus Kupari. So I believe that would be enough players for the NHL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oslin's 12. Hellenius is 13. Perfect. So Kupari could just be scratched. So there's our 13 after Hellenius. And we've got Nadeau, Nylander, Neuchev, Barnicow, Dunn, Hosang, Ruotsalainen, Dalcal, Dolan. Okay, so Dolan actually is going to get a contract here. Marshall Dolan, go ahead and sign that thing there. Did we draft this guy? We did in the second round. So hopefully he does develop into something. Dalcal, offer him a contract, bring him back. He's one of the OGs, right? One of the original guys on the roster. Eklund, I think I want him back over Emerton. That's for sure. Yep. And then we'll sign Eklund just to let him play. I think that would be enough forwards for us. I think that's enough forwards altogether. I will release Klingberg there, and we should be good. We should be all set as far as contracts. Nadeau, Nylander, Neuchev, Von Barnicow, Don Hosang, Ruotsalainen, Dalcal, Dolan, Eklund, blank, blank. Okay, so we do need to sign 2 forwards. Do we want to give Tuomo Ristolainen a chance? I think I kind of do. As a low elite, I feel like he just needs to play. So we're going to go ahead and play him. There we go. He's going to get his contract. And that is that. Those are all the guys we're giving contracts to. So we need to sign an AHL forward. Just one, right? And he doesn't have to be great. So we just got to find somebody. And then I really don't think we have got much room for anybody else unless it's just too good to pass up on for us. Like we don't have room on the blue line. We don't have room forwards. We got goalie room, but maybe not for long. I don't know. I feel really good about the position we're in. So we're going to hopefully re-sign everybody. I'll let you know if somebody doesn't and we get to the end of the days and we're quite not there yet. So I'll let you know. So guys, we may be in a bit of a pickle with Mason Lohrei. He asked me for 2 years at $4.9 million. I said, sure, let's do it, bud. He said, you got to match the contract length I want. I offered him 6 years. Well, I haven't offered him 6 years. That's a lie, actually. He's just got to buck up because I'm not giving him 6 years. He's an 83 overall. He's not getting 6 years at $5 million. Let me at least qualify him so we don't end up losing him. But like if we enter the negotiation, what if we just go to a continue? What if we final offer? Okay, let's move to the next stage and I'll confirm my decision soon. All right. I'm ready to proceed with wait, timeout. Was that just 1 year, 0.01? There's no way he's going to accept that, right? Okay, so no way. No, what? Hold on. How much should we just get Lohrei for? I've decided to accept the team's qualifying offer. Oh, that's why it's glitched, because it's a qualifying offer. So he just accepts that because I've technically offered him a qualifying offer. So he is back. He's maybe somebody we want to negotiate with during the season. But he's back. That's the important part. We're at a $71 million cap hit. And we're safe. We're good. We have our players back. Lohrei's got the 1 year deal. He's going to be a UFA after this, so we'll see about that. Ryan Johnson, he's not really growing more than 83. I guess I shouldn't have expected much from medium top 6, but I was hoping Lohrei might grow. Very interested to see how we do with getting everybody to grow, but let's go ahead, just at least take a look at free agency. I do want to double check the coaching staff that they all resigned. I think they did. Yes, everything but an NHL associate coach, which we will go find on the market. All of our scouts are set. We're good. We're good there. Jonas Enroth still kicking. He's still around, guys. And he's looking pretty good as a B- in the WHL. So let's get to free agency. We are all set here. Coach is not renewed. Okay, Greg Pusher and Troy Ling. That's fine. They didn't want to be here. I didn't want them here anyway. All right, free agents. Who is out there? Who can we even talk about? Lehkonen, Eberle, Ross Colton started the season incredibly well. Pick a Ryan in here as a 20-year-old, 56 overall. Yeah, you know what? I don't know about that one. Bordelot is 25. I mean, why not? Why not? Right? Like, and offer him a contract. Offer the contract. He's going to accept. Beautiful. And there's our AHL guy that doesn't have to be very good. Goaltenders. Yaroslav Askarov's out here, and Blomqvist is as well. I would be all over Blomqvist, I think. There's also medium starter Solovyov. No, he's not worth it. And then defenseman out there. There's nobody with potential. So I think, honestly, we are okay with free agency. I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and fix the coaching staff, and then we can catch up at the edit line screen. Well, here it is again. The Ryan Murray, for whatever reason, has the most trade value in the NHL piece of things. The Winnipeg Jets want to acquire Ryan Murray for a second and swap fourths. I don't know how Ryan Murray has so much value. Can somebody explain to me why he does? Is it his draft pedigree? I will take a second for Ryan Murray, my 7th defenseman. All right. I'm sorry, Nylander, that you're upset about this, but I now need to go sign a free agent defenseman. Unfortunately, Spurgeon, you don't fit the bill as much as I would love to do that. Let's just go ahead and find anybody that's maybe a little bit younger. Thompson here, right? Let's see. Jack Thompson. Don't know anything about him, but he looks pretty solid all around. So let's go ahead and offer him a contract. He wants a 2-year deal, 2-way contract. Beautiful. He's going to accept, and there's our Ryan Murray replacement. So Ryan Murray, thank you so much for your service. That's what, two seconds now we've gotten for Ryan Murray? I don't know. Maybe is Ryan Murray a right shot defenseman? Because they go for stupid value. Here we go. We are ready now for the edit line screen. Let's see what's happened in the offseason. Brad Lambert, yep, there he is with his 2 X factors. Gavin McKenna's still an 83. Consta Hellenius is 79. Martone's up to an 87. Look at that defensive category, too. Now he just needs to work on his passing. Otherwise, I think he's a stud. And he can't skate, but he's a stud. Gregor, oh my word. Yuri Kulik, have you gotten any better? He's looking pretty good. He's looking really good, actually. Philip Zadina. All right. So maybe we'll just do head coach preferred lines and see what happens. All right. So they put Martone up here. Lambert and Kulik. Michelli, Gregor, and Zadina. Dvorak with McKenna and Rosen. Foot with Kupari and Hellenius. Who do we have scratched? Thompson and 81 Oslin. So interesting that he would rather play Rasmus Kupari. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense down there. Honestly, guys, this is looking... We took that shot on Brad Lambert when we acquired him. Obviously, he could not be an 80 overall, but... Whoo-wee! Let's go. We get the plus there, and then we get the +1s there if we play McKenna between Kulik and Martone. Second line, Lambert and Michelli, and then... This is literally how I envisioned it. We get a +2 if Michelli's down here, but he's not the best there. I mean, listen, Rosen... he's a really, really good playmaker. He just needs a goal scorer to play with, and I guess none of these guys are really goal scorers. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the +1s. Maybe the +2 with Michelli down here, but then we do lose the overall there. Maybe it is better to boost Dvorak. I don't know. This is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving these lines. Then defensively, Tubarov is an 86. He's now up to an 86 after an offseason of tremendous growth. Love to see that. Perrick is only up to an 81. However, did he work on his adaptability? His adaptability is still poor. I'm actually good. I love... Come into my office. Actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Awesome. And then scratched. Yeah, we've got Jack Thompson just like we had anticipated. The blue line, guys, looks great thanks to Chubarov, Perrick. And then now all of a sudden we've got Landry? Is it Harold Landry? Is that his name? Am I thinking about some random person? I don't know. I've got to find him now because this is crazy that we just draft. I do this all the time, guys. I just draft a guy and then I forget his name. Harold Shaw. Harold Shaw. That's right. Harold Shaw is the defenseman that we drafted. So he's coming up. He's a left shot defenseman. So we love to see that. And we can set season goals for everybody. Love it, love it, love it. Maybe not for Perrick yet because he's still working on being more adaptable. But guys, look at this. This is what you love to see. McKenna, medium franchise, now up to an 83. A playmaker who's looking really, really good. The puck skills look starting to look good defensively. Defensive awareness is fantastic. He's just got to work on the actual defensive component. I think he's better than what his overall says he is. And then Brad Lambert here, I think he is the perfect second line center. How long do I have him signed for? 6 years at $5 million. We took a shot on him, and oh yeah, he's still trying to improve that offensive awareness. Oh, by the way, that offensive awareness is fine now, Brad. You don't have to work on that at all. One of the smartest players that you'll ever see. Great shot, great passing. Oh, I'm pumped about Lambert now having X factors. And Martone, how do I ignore the 20-year-old who's an 87 with 95 offensive awareness? That defensive category looks phenomenal. He can shoot the puck. He just needs to work a bit on his passing, but he can control it, right? He is the shooter on this line. Yuri Kulik, maybe better served on the second line, right? Maybe, oh, boys. We got a playmaker up there with two playmakers, Rosen, McKenna, and Martone. How many shots did he have last year? He took 157 shots on just 15. I mean, that's a shot per minute. So if he plays, right, Well, it's a bit more than a shot per minute because, well, anyway, you guys know what I mean. It just works out to be that it's cool. It's cool. I like it. Gavin McKenna, I don't think you're much of a shooter. 143. He played a bit more ice time, and then I don't think Isaac Rosanna is a shooter at all. He played more. None of these guys really shoot. I would like to see Martone shoot a bit more. Maybe that's one of the things we talked to him. Right? I'm telling him to improve his shooting, and maybe I tell him, hey, this season I want you to shoot more. Actually, that's an off-season development thing. Zadina, how many shots does he take? Do we have shooters on the 206? But he did play 19 minutes. So that will happen. Brad Lambert, I don't think is a shooter. Yeah, 20 minutes, only took 200 shots. Yuri Kulik, yeah, so you can see he's a bit, we don't really have anybody that's shooting the puck. So maybe that's something we need to focus on, is to improve that. But guys, the fact that Chubarov doesn't fit, but Lorai's 1 does help him out is tremendous. I absolutely love it. Perek, can you play with Chubarov? He cannot. Lorai, though, is good for that bottom pairing. So maybe Lorai is the only guy that can pair with him. Hinola? I don't want to play Hinola up there, but Hinola could too. So they need to fit the pinch shoot. Oh, is it pinch shoot? Oh, man, maybe we do need to get rid of our coach for hold the line and cycle, because that's always the better one. The player wants hold the line and cycle. He wants pinch shoot. That would mean that Lorai wouldn't fit. Johnson's going to fit no matter what. Pinch cycle, yeah, right? Chubarov and Addison oh, he's got hold the line. Yeah, see, that's never gonna fit. But pinch cycle fits Addison, pinch balance fits Hinola, right? Pinch cycle fits Perek. Maybe we will have to move on from our head coach sometime in the near future, just to maybe get somebody that figure out who our first line is, figure out who fits the guys on our first line, right? Like McKenna and Martone are going to be 2 studs, guys. I am so pumped for this upcoming season. We actually have legit NHL talent. The blue line looks good. I didn't even look at the goalies. Tarasov is an 82, Greaves an 81. In the AHL, Rotzloff's a 79, right? So we're looking beautiful there. He fits the first line. I love it. Gardner's up to a 73. In the system here, what if we just did head coach preferred lines? He wants Pikkarainen, who he just signed, to be the 3rd line center. Cool. Don't think we're winning the cup this year, the Calder Cup, but it is what it is. On the blue line, we are looking at pretty good. They're playing Seabrook, too. He gets the +1. He wants Willie Seabrook playing. I'm cool with it. Guys, I honestly, going into year number 4, I don't ever feel this good about a season as, you know, when I'm doing a regular rebuild versus an underdog champion series, guys. Like, come on. Feeling good. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Is there something I'm overlooking? Is there somebody I should be moving? Like, what are we doing here? Because I'm pretty pumped about it. But guys, that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one. This a free for all, what we fall. This a